hydrogenated oils. It's really hard to avoid that stuff in commercial. Anything baked or a byproduct of a baked good like breadcrumbs, it's just going to be loaded with that. So if you can't find organic breadcrumbs, take your day-old bread, throw it in the food processor, and add your own dried herbs to it, and you got Italian seasoned breadcrumbs. You store them in the freezer. I'm adding about 1/4 cup more of the vegetable broth. And I've got quite a dry mixture in my pan, and that's the way I want it. The last thing I'm going to add, and this is totally optional, if you do not want to use it, you don't have to, but I have here about a cup of organic sulfite-free white wine. You can also find alcohol-free white wine. I'm going to use half of this amount, or a little bit less than half, in this stuffing mixture, and the other half we're going to save to pour around the mushrooms caps when they go into the pan. Now my stuffing is all cooked up. I'll go ahead and turn the heat off. And let's just take a quick minute here to get some couple of other ingredients into it. I'm going to use about 1/4 cup, 3 tablespoons, 1/4 cup of shredded Parmesan cheese. This also is organic. You definitely want to do organic dairy. If you can't do all organic, dairy and meat, most important because of the hormones and the antibiotics that are given to the animals. So that's a have to. And then what I have here is I have some crumbled feta cheese. Some of the pieces are a little more crumbled than others, so I'm just going to kind of give it a squeeze here. And again, this is pretty salty, so that's why I went light on the sea salt, because feta and the Parmesan both are bringing some salt to the party. So I'm going to go a little bit lighter on that as far as the added salt. I used about 1/4 cup of feta crumbles. Doesn't matter if you put them into the hot stuffing. They are going to melt a little bit, but certainly not enough to affect your ability to stuff them. And then just get it all mixed in. Last but not least, we get to stuff our gorgeous mushrooms. All right. These guys are huge, by the way. Sometimes I can find good big fat ones, and sometimes I can't. But today, I got lucky. Look at this. Aren't these awesome? That's not moonshine. It's just a little bottle, just a little decorative bottle. There you go. Aren't these a mouthful? Check this out. They are beautiful. You can see the flecks of spinach in there. You can see the little white bits of feta. And we're going to stuff these up. You want to bake them at 350 degrees for about 20 minutes. That's going to depend on the freshness of your mushrooms and the type of mushrooms. By the way, mushrooms, nutritionally speaking, there's no difference at all in the minerals, the calories, the everything between varieties of mushrooms. But there is a difference in things like water content and of course flavor. So, but nutritionally they're the same. So 20 minutes. If you're using big buttons like this, 20 minutes should do you. And then right before you take them out, if you want to, you can turn the oven from bake to broil, and you can broil the tops of them and get them crispy. I personally like the crispy tops, but some people don't. So we're just about done here. And then again, this is so great because you can make these guys up ahead of time and then put them in the refrigerator. You have people over and you can just slide them right into the oven, and it's pretty much instant party here. I got one more, and my pan looks pretty full, but I tell you what, I am not wasting this guy. I'm going to try to get him into this pan. So let's get him in there. Lots of stuffing on him too. Good and fat. That's, yeah, there you go. Perfect. And there is a lot of them here, but with a little ingenuity. Ah, got it. Okay. Last but not least, one last little dab of Parmesan on the top, and I like to do this just so it gets that good golden brown crust. All right, we're going to let these take a little siesta in the oven for 20 minutes, and then it's appetizer time. And don't forget, if you're using the wine, this is where you're going to want to add it. Don't really pour it over your mushrooms because you don't want to wash off the cheese you just put on, but just kind of down between them. Don't have to use it all. All right, let's get them in the oven. When they're done, we're eating. Hey, while I was waiting on the mushrooms here, I put together a salad for my dinner. So I got that ready, and I've got, I'm just about to pull my mushrooms out of the oven, and we'll have our appetizer ready. Let's take a look. Oh, that smell like hit me right in the nose when I opened it. Oh yeah, come to mama, look at this. Oh, that smells so good. I don't know how well you guys can see this, but it is too bad you can't smell it. They've browned up a little bit on the top, the cheese, and they have leached out some of the moisture down into the juice and created like a juice with the organic sulfite-free white wine. And I'm going to put a few out here on a plate for you so that you can see them. See how the top, the breadcrumbs get a little crispy there, and they brown up. Oh, they're just nothing like the way these guys smell. So I'm going to get these out, because I know once the smell makes it all the way through into the football game in there, my husband's going to be in here looking for something to munch on. So let's get these out. All right, look at this. Nice, huh? It's nice every now and then just to have for yourself. You don't always have to wait for a party. And I do want to mention that the recipes this week and each and every week are going to be available on my website called www.thehomegrowngourmet.com. Homegrown is one word, and you do make sure that you put the in there, because if you just put Homegrown Gourmet, you're going to get someone other than me. So I'm going to take a little bit of this juice that ran off and just go, I don't want it mushy, but I do want just a little bit of that flavor. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Okay, you know what time it is now, don't you? And first of all, I do need a little bit of parsley, always. All right, now before I call him and everybody else for dinner, one for the cook. Which one do I want? This one looks really good. Okay. I'm just going to cut it. The key to this is cooking it long enough to get the cheeses kind of melted and the mushrooms tender, but not mush. So I'm going to take one bite here so you guys can be jealous of me. It's a little hot, but it's good. I want to thank you for being with me again today. And next week, I look forward to being back with another vegetarian or vegan recipe. And have a happy and healthy week. We'll see ya.